All right, guys. Well, the sun is out outside. It's, I think, a little bit above freezing. We're finally starting to get a couple of things thawing out. Maybe the long, cold winter is just about over, or maybe that groundhog and wherever that is in Pennsylvania was right after all. Anyway, regardless of what the weather is doing, let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, of course, as you can see, you've caught me cheating. No, I'm just kidding. This is the preview of the game that normally comes along, right? You should know that by now. And if you don't know that by now, well, now you do. So if you're new to this thing and you don't want to go back and watch all 25 videos or whatever, guess what? We're going to have a whole lot more videos coming up pretty soon. So we need to change a name here. And you know whose name we're going to use here. So we want this guy to end up being the catcher in the end, but does that mean that we don't pay any attention to his defense, or do we give him superb defense or anything like that? You know, I don't know. Does this mean that we just don't give him a lot of running so that he's slower, but maybe Schroeder's one of the really fast catchers? I don't know. You guys tell me. He definitely is not ready to go up and start yet, so we're not going to worry about starting him quite yet. Let's go ahead. We're going to be the visiting team this time. We played, this is game number 24. Let's hope that we can go through and we can get a easy and a decisive victory in this game so that we can play 2 today. That's what I would really like to do. But of course, to be able to do that, we have to actually be able to get some hits, which means I have to make sure that I'm paying attention here at the very beginning of the game and that we're not popping the ball up like this, which is not good for anybody. But that ends up being a base hit, and it's going to be a double easily because this guy is not as slow as Schroeder. So far, so good. So I hope that things are going well wherever you are. I hope that the weather is cooperating. It's kind of cooperating here. It's been kind of a crazy week so far. So our kids are finally back in school, but they're doing the 2-hour school delay thing. Usually my kids like to ride their bikes to school, but you can't really do that when there's nothing but snow and ice on the ground, and there remains quite a bit of snow and ice out there. So that's sort of the way that things are over here. I have to go over to the high school here probably. So I'm filming this now. It's about 1:45. So probably as soon as this is done, I'm going to end up having to go over there and pick them up. Assuming that we get actually a pretty quick victory. In fact, I'm looking at this right now and I'm thinking I have to go in about 15 minutes. So we'll see how this works. Maybe we can get this done quickly. Whatever it is that happens, I'll make sure that we have enough content for you. If all else fails, we can always sort of pause it and then come back again. I have my ways of making this work. But I doubt that'll end up being the case. Oh, wait, crap. He's actually going to catch the ball, isn't he? That was a triple play. Double play. That was a triple play. That was a triple play. I wish he could go back after he accidentally touched second base. I thought for sure there was going to be foul, and then I realized that was catchable. Anyway, that was another one of you guys remember what the acronym is, one of those kind of dumb unforced errors that are happening on the base paths. Yeah. It's all good. We'll get back to bat and we'll get this game over with so we can finish up this series. And the big question and the great debate is what in the world are we going to do with this series, or with this game once this series is done? So my initial proposal was, well, I can play 25 games against the lovely ladies, but somebody said maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe we should play a shorter series. So, I'm amenable to doing that, right? If you want, we could do a 3-game series or something like that. Oh, go, baby, go. This guy can hit a home run? No, not quite. We could do a 3-game series against them and a short series against another team or something like that. I do want to make sure that we do things sort of in the series mode. You can earn money from doing exhibition matches. I think that you earn more from doing it in season mode like this. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the case. You guys can go and look that up for me and sort of tell me what you think. And that was definitely not a good pitch to swing at. This is me feeling a little bit nervous since I got to go get my kids from high school soon. Our 2 oldest are over there, and then our youngest is over in elementary school, but we have a little bit more time for him. So it's all good. This is just me sort of trying to figure out what time it is right now and what exactly is going on. All right, let's see if we can get a home run from Pigpen. Well, it's not exactly a home run. In fact, that is the opposite of what we wanted, but at least he hit the ball. That's the thing. Our team is all about being positive, you know, and everyone's a winner. That's our motto here. And, you know, you kind of think, you know, that's kind of a silly thing to say once you're on this big winning streak, but just wait until we start playing against the really hard teams. Then this game kind of becomes difficult. Then you have to actually, like, have skill, which is something that I don't necessarily have a whole lot of right now. Anyway, speaking of baseball stars, which we always are, I'm always interested, those of you who are playing this on your own, to figure out sort of what your projects are like and what you've been doing and how it's going. So, you know, make sure you let me know in the comments how things are going with whatever project you're doing. I presume that most of you are having a lot more success than I am here in the early stages of this game, and you're probably also not like recording things at the same time and trying to, you know, figure out a way to keep people engaged and all that. Oh yeah, keep going, keep going. Alright, so hey, that was something. Probably could have been a little bit more if I'd been running the base paths a little bit better. Oh, shoot. Yeah. So a little bit of bad luck there for Lucy, but Sally then has the good luck. And so that will give us runners on second and third, and we have another chance again. I do think that our problem here right now is I'm probably playing a little bit too nervous, hoping to get this game sort of over with quickly. And Shermie has been flirting with home run power, which is kind of obvious. He doesn't have enough batting power to get that to work. So I'm not sure exactly what he's thinking or why he's been, you know, driving the ball like that. But I'm not going to complain about it. I'd much rather have him drive the ball than have him hit into a triple play. We almost had 2 triple plays in this game. We had 1 already. Can you imagine that if I wound up playing a game of this and had, you know, like 2 or 3 triple plays in the same game? Now you can see the reason why I named them after, like, you know, the Peanuts gang and not after, like, I don't know, like great, you know, players of the past or something like that, right? We have to keep it accurate, and only that type of team would hit into 2 triple plays in a game. I wonder if you could hit into an unassisted triple play in this game. That's something we gotta try. I don't think this is gonna fall. Maybe, no. Alright, it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna calm down here and we'll concentrate and we'll get some runs here. So I keep doing the opposite of whatever it was, whoever was writing recommended, you know, which is holding down like left or right. I keep holding down like the wrong button. Well, it doesn't matter. That pitch we weren't gonna catch up with anyway. There we go. I didn't hit that very hard, but it doesn't really matter. That ends up getting behind the center fielder. You don't see that, by the way, too much in baseball today. If you watch a lot of games from the 70s and 80s especially, and even sometimes in the 90s, you'll see instances where the ball literally just gets by, you know, the center fielder, left fielder, or whatever, and that's where you get your triples from, or occasionally even inside the park home runs. You don't see that happen quite as often in today's game. You see a lot more. I think fielding has really improved a lot over time. It's not as common for, you know, guys to, like, you know, make an attempted shoestring catch and have the ball like bounce behind them. A part of the difference these days is that you don't have artificial turf, and so, like, you know, with a lot of these grass fields, like, maybe the ball's not going to really go anywhere, you know, if it hits, even if it hits hard off the ground. Used to be in certain ballparks, especially in the National League, that stuff like that would happen. No, it used to be in certain ballparks that if the ball got by you, it was going to, like, you know, take a crazy wild bounce and it was going to end up like rolling forever. Anyway, things have changed a lot, and only the few of us who are geeky enough to actually know this stuff know about the changes. So there you have it. Let's get some base hits and let's score some runs here. It's been a little while since we've scored any runs, and it would be nice if we could score some. We keep hitting these pop-ups. Not the best thing in the world. There was a robust discussion in the comments about whether the luck factor has anything to do with offense or if it's entirely defense. I don't think that we actually know yet. This is one of those things where it would be kind of nice to know exactly like how the game is programmed instead of sort of guessing based on personal anecdotes and the little bit that it says in the manual. Anyway, I don't know. We can keep talking about that, whether luck has anything to do with offense or if it's just, you know, I don't know, if it's just a social construct or something like that. That was Lucy, right? So speeding her up did help a little bit. Can she make it? Yep. Speeding her up actually helped a lot. Now I just have to stop swinging at balls that are way out of the strike zone. Yeah, it's gonna fall. Oh, so the other big topic to mention today is, hopefully in today's video, I will actually remember to edit the video correctly so that you actually hear the sound of the game instead of just hearing my voice. And there was at least one person who preferred the game that way, but that's not the way it's intended to be. So I thank you for your support, but it actually really was a mistake on my part. Like, the way that I like to do it is to sort of have the voice, just sort of like, hopefully it is now, assuming I set it up right, have the voice along with the in-game sound. I can explain, though, why that happens. So what I end up doing when I record this is I'll record the audio separately with Audacity, as well as recording the video and audio with OBS. The reason why I do this is because there's a bug in OBS, and I think that it's still there, that occasionally the audio recording will like break up like in the middle of the file, so that like it will sound almost like, it's almost like you're talking on like a walkie-talkie or something, and like it's breaking up and you only hear like little parts of every word or something like that. It's a known bug in OBS that's been around for years and years. And so to counteract that, I do a separate audio recording in addition to the OBS recording. It also makes it a little bit easier for audio mixing and for if I really were going to do this, like editing and taking out mistakes and stuff. I don't really necessarily do a lot of that, but I do also do a little bit of audio mixing so that I can, you know, make the voice sound a little bit, I don't know, it's not really to change my voice at all, it's just to sort of make it so that it sounds a little bit more full and hopefully a little bit more professional. Anyway, a lot of that is a lot easier to do in Audacity than with OBS or with the program I use to edit videos, which is Kdenlive. Kdenlive is nice, it's a free tool, and it's actually quite useful, but Kdenlive is also not quite as, you know, capable as you might think it would be. So anyway, that's kind of what happens. So what I usually do for scripted videos is I will replace the entire audio track from OBS with just my voice, the track from Audacity. And what I do at the very beginning is I'll make like a loud noise, I'll clap my hands or something so that I know which segments of audio I need to line up, like exactly where it is. And having done that now probably several hundred times, I've actually become kind of good at it. Anyway, the problem is when I forget what type of video I'm making, right? Because when I do a video like this, I'm really using two different audio tracks. I'm using the vocal track and the track from the game. Now, there are different ways you can do that. For example, there's a feature called Auto Duck, which is fairly popular, which makes it so that when your voice is playing, like the audio from the other track will automatically go softer. Oh, look at that, I did stop him. I stopped him right in between. You guys are right, yeah, down and A does work. I don't know why I couldn't get that to work before when I was trying, but yeah, I did it right there. How about that? Anyway, so yeah, you can use Auto Duck, although my problem with Auto Duck is that it tends to like mess around a lot with the quality of your voice, which is not something you really want to do. So instead of doing that, I just do this other method. I'll usually take the game audio, depending on which game it is and how loud it is, I'll end up reducing it usually about -8 decibels. Sometimes I do -16 or even in some extreme cases like -24. It just sort of depends on the game and how aggressive it is. Oh, shoot. How was that a fair ball? That landed in foul territory, and how did I not catch that? Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me this is a fair ball, huh? Yeah, it's one of those plays. This is one of those plays where if you're playing this game with your friend, you're playing 2-player, and that happens, you're like, that doesn't count. You're like, you have to go make an out on purpose now. Anyway, though, yeah, so that's basically what happened with the audio recording thing. Like, in my haste, I kind of forgot what type of video it was I was creating. And so that sort of explains why the game audio went away. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon, so if you really enjoyed that, that was kind of like a once in a like blue moon type thing. So don't expect that to happen again. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can sort of remember everything. Here we go. Yeah, and so you know, the way that I do like scripted videos, if you're also interested in making your own videos that are edited, is I'll use like clips and stuff like that, and I just use, you know, Kdenlive. It's just like any other video editing software, and I use the timeline and sort of string clips together. It's kind of like doing a puzzle, you know. That was ball 3. That was really bad, wasn't it? It's sort of, you know, a method that I've come up with over the years, so I have read a couple of things from people who have advice on, you know, how to edit video and stuff like that. But the method that I use is sort of like a method of my own. I really like using, as you know, the, what is it called? The wipe effect that comes in Kdenlive is really easy to set up. And that, for me, tends to have the most neutral type of you know, effect and for transitioning from one screen to the next. And what I've learned is that the combination of like having some kind of transition and having, you know, a script that's kind of hopefully designed to get people to want to continue listening, that is the thing that tends to get people to watch more than like a couple seconds of a video. And so when I do these types of videos, it's always kind of like, you know, a worry of mine, which is like, are people actually going to like watch, you know, a significant chunk of it, or is it going to be like somebody watching for like 5 seconds and saying like, you know, screw this, I'm going to turn it off, you know, because that doesn't do you very much good, especially if it takes you a little while to put it together. Shermie finally gets a base hit. He's been hitting the ball well today, so I think he might be asking for me to improve him. That was Shermie, right? Tell me that it was. Tell me it wasn't Sally. No, it was him. Alright. Look at this team of champions we have on the bench. I mean, we're positive today. We're positive. We have a great bench. A great bench that has a great eye. See, this time I remembered to tag up, and of course watch is going to be a base hit. No, they just barely got to that. It's a good thing I didn't try anything sneaky. I would have really looked silly if that had happened. Like I said, I mean, we could have had 2 triple plays against us in one game. That would have been crazy. I think that was a triple play in the first inning. I can't remember how many outs there were. And here I was thinking that, oh, we've got it made, and we're going to score 10 runs in the first inning. It's going to be really easy, and then that happens. Yes, throw home, there we go, that's the little trick, and we're safe at first. So the other big question that people have had, and I think it's a good thing to raise, is yeah. He didn't catch it, did he? Alright. Yeah. That was an all-star moment. That was, this is how you know that this is not AI generated, because there's no way in the world that an AI bot would make that mistake. We've had now 3 different base running mistakes in this game. How come I can't control my third baseman when that happens? I mean, just hit right to him. I don't know, I think there's something with the umpire. I think that's what's going on. I think they're out to get us. How come there isn't like an argue with umpire button? That's what we need in this game. Billy Martin mode. One of these days we're going to have a really good defensive team, and I'm going to be able to throw them out when they try that. Oh yeah. No worries, we had that all along. Alright, we're going to go here to the top of the 8th. So much for doing 2 games at once today. I think we'll probably just do the one since we're already 20 minutes into this video. But it is a good time for me to remind you that if you enjoy watching these videos, consider becoming a channel member or supporting me on Patreon, because your support really does make a big difference. It allows me to keep doing all of this, and I love doing this. It's a lot of fun. It'd be a lot more fun if I would stop making major mistakes, but you know, that's part of the charm. So I was about to say, yeah, the question too is, should I continue doing this game every day, or should I like mix it in with other stuff? I really want to keep doing this every day, largely because there's a large percentage of you who are watching this every day. So much for that. There are a lot of other games that I like to play as well, but my hope is that I can keep this going on a daily basis, and then, you know, maybe come up with like a second slot or something for this channel. You do have to be careful on YouTube. Hey, there's my favorite move, the spiking the ball. You do have to be careful on YouTube. Like, you don't want to necessarily have too many videos coming out at once, because YouTube will throttle it. So I found this out accidentally on my football channel like a week or so ago. I took a bunch of members' videos and made them public, and also uploaded a video I'd spent a little bit of time making, and that video was kind of throttled and didn't really get any attention as a result. And I looked it up, and yeah, if you do, I think it's more than 3 videos in a day, YouTube will decide not to send the later videos out to your subscribers. Or if you do like a whole bunch of videos like all at once, it does the same thing. So like, I can't like be like, oh, I'm gonna go upload like 12 videos in a day or something like that. That would be a really bad idea. Jeez, man. Who was that hitting the home run? Alright, I think I'm doing all right time-wise. That's the only thing I'm worried about right now. But geez, what was going on? Oh, that was Paul. That's right. That was Paul again, hitting his 9th home run against us. That's what I think of you, Paul. Alright, here we go. 4-run lead, no worries. We just score a couple runs here and we'll make it real easy and we'll go home. That was Lucy again with the base hit. She's getting up there. She's the one that we really want to push forward. Every time the ball's hit on the line now, I'm like paranoid that I'm going to make some kind of crazy fielding mistake and make myself look like the biggest idiot of all time. So we're going to end up having to put Charlie Brown in to pitch the bottom of the 9th. I was hoping we wouldn't, but I don't see really any way around this because our pitcher just gave up a 2-run homer. I don't know, maybe if we score like 15 runs here or something like that, I'll regret doing this, but I doubt it. We'll let Snoopy go ahead. Oh yeah, Lucky Charm. So I am hoping today, he was out by the way, but whatever. I am hoping today to do another 1919 video, so look for that coming. I've been planning on the next game. I need to get a couple of, you know, documents and stuff. I just need to write a couple notes together to make it happen. The big thing about that is that it takes time if you want to do it the right way. But I'm not giving up on that quite yet. I just need to figure out a better way to organize my time. I really wanted to do a lot of this playing this morning, but I wound up spending all morning fixing a computer. Long story. And doing like actual work and stuff, so good times. We'll just keep fouling this ball off over and over again, Kono. Or we'll hit one of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and hurry up and finish this game. That was an unassisted double play. How about that? So we hit into a triple play. We almost had another triple play, and that time we had a unassisted double play, all because of these balls in the air. Maybe it is just bad luck. I don't know. Well, our luck can't be that bad though if we're winning 10-2. All right. Well, it's all right. We'll get the victory here in a second. Then we'll go over, we'll spend a little bit of money. I can't remember who we're targeting next. There we go. So we get the strikeout. We had 26 hits, only 10 runs. Go figure. That's what happens when you hit into a bunch of triple plays. All right, so tomorrow we'll have the last game of this series. He 56,000, so it does pay to improve your prestige a little bit. And now let's make sure we don't go spend it all at once. He's 25,000, 25,000, 30, 30. Lucy we just looked at 30. He's 20,000, 20,000. And Schroeder now is 8,000. Alright. Snoopy's got his prestige up, so we won't worry about him much. I think that Shermie, after that great performance, I think that we need to power him up. Yeah, so we do have 30,000 if we're going to use it. I think we'll do that. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna sort of spend a whole bunch of money here. So what do we need for Schroeder, right? I think we need a little bit of something like this. There we go. And that means we can't power anybody up anymore. Anyway, there you go. So there you have it for today's video and today's hard-fought win. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that. That was one for the ages. I've never hit into a triple play in this game before, and it almost happened twice in one game. So you want to keep tuning into this one every day because you never know what's going to happen. It's like Ebbets Field. Talk to you guys later. Bye.